will shatter dreams like Jordan, assault and batter your team. Your squadron will be barred from rap like Adam and Eve from the garden. I'm carving my initials on your forehead, so every night before bed you see the BP shut off the forehead. Reverse that, I curse at the first whack, nigga with the worst rap, cause he ain't worth jack. Hit him with 1,000.
Okay, this is a quick video for the RSV5 by Softears. It's a brand that's new to people, though it's not really a new brand. It's a attached sub-brand to Moondrop, which I'm a big fan of. The illumination's right over there. The S8. There's a lot of stuff that I've recommended from Moondrop. So this is, I think, the most affordable Softears that you can get. They've got a few things that are up in like the $1,000, $2,000 range. So this is the pricey kind of elite Moondrop branch. The presentation and delivery is excellent. They're wrapped in their own little pouches to protect the shells, to keep them pristine and clean, so when you take them out, they're perfect as when they were created and stuck in the bag. So it's a very nice touch. ThieAudio should copy that, and other companies that don't quite handle their stuff quite as well should take a cue from that. I'm doing this video, and I'm going to do a comparison video with some other stuff in its price range, because somebody sent me a mail last night and another one today and said they're comparing with the U12t. Can you please chime in on that? I can do that quickly, and I don't need to do a full review on that. This set is not on the same level as the U12t in any way. It's not the same in the bass, it's not the same in the mids, it's not the same in the treble, it's not the same in technicalities, it's not the same in perceived stage. There's no metric that I can think of, the tonality, where this is a better set than the U12t. Are they saying that it, because of its price, is $700, which, by the way, is not cheap for 5 BAs? The S8 by Moondrop is same price, and it's 8 BAs. If that's what they're saying. So, and also ask them exactly what music they're talking about, because music is the context of everything. If someone says something's got more bass, not enough bass, let me give you a demonstration. I think that these, and their bass is not quite excellent. As this is the ThieAudio Clairvoyance, I'll say that the S8 is better in the bass than this is, and it's the same price. This is lower mid bass than the Clairvoyance. It's got a profile relative to the Clairvoyance. It's not very different from the Monarch, and the Monarch was recommended to be gotten with an impedance adapter that would lift up the bass, particularly the mid bass, that it would give things a certain amount of authenticity or life. Let me be really, really specific. This is Black Sabbath Sweet Leaf, and this is where I start with bass, and I didn't need to really go further, though I listened to some other stuff. This is where this shows. This is 2 minutes 56 seconds of Black Sabbath Sweet Leaf rehearsal. It's on YouTube. Again, Jesus Unholy is the person that put up, perfect name for a Black Sabbath fan. This is drum play, extreme drum play, and also bass play going on at the same time. And for inferior transducers drivers, this is a task. This is not inferior. This sounds great, but it's obvious where it's limiting. And let me show you. There's the drummer. He's getting busy, and you see the bassist in the background who's very, very busy as well. I fucking love this line. What he's doing right now, it sounds slightly muted, blunted, like on the Monarch. Well, like the Monarch, and was listened to by others and said, yeah, that might be an issue for some people. Get that impedance adapter, and so they did. This is tuned pretty much in the same way as far as where the mid bass starts to cruise into what is essentially going to be its midline. That's a weakness for a set that's all BAs. So I wouldn't put this really on the level with my library as the Clairvoyance. Not in the bass, not in the mids, and not in the treble really. I would say that the Clairvoyance treble would be more to my liking because it lacks this peak and it's got more extension, but I would be reaching if I said that that was what was jumping out at me. It really wasn't. I thought the mids and the treble on this set sounded good or not bad. Like, I didn't think, oh, okay, that's an issue, but I immediately did think that Black Sabbath, I was listening to the Black Sabbath for like clarity, as I always do. Are those two low frequency instruments kind of getting in each other's way? Is there a haze? And then I stumbled upon that moment that I showed you, that fast bass play sounded slightly muted, and that's because of the cutoff right here. And it did the same thing to the Monarch. So it's kind of a pattern. When you buy, frequency graphs don't tell you a lot, but they can tell you patterns. If you listen to a library like mine and you see something that's got elevated bass, and you say, that looks really nice, you might want something that comes out a little more in the mid bass, because that's going to give you completion. in the fundamental region to bass guitar, pulls and releases. Part of the drum kit is going to sound better than something that is sub-bass focused and it's got maybe lean mid-bass. It just seems to be a pattern regardless of dynamic or balanced armature set. So I'm going to do a comparison video for this, but just to put this out there, the Softears RSV sounds like a good set. It is not on the level of the U12t, not with this listener's library and not with that specific song. There's other examples that I will start to write down. I've already heard them, but that's such a clear one that I can put that one out there. Not on the level of the U12t. More close to the Dunu SA6, actually. That's where this should be compared. Compare it with stuff that is in its price range, because that's where the manufacturers are trying to eat at the market of other companies. Not against the U12t by 64 audio with the TIA drivers. And there is a reason that that's popular. There's a reason that that's super. And if you want to get this, you know, showtime airtime because you're doing clickbait titles, by comparison, you're maybe doing a disservice to that, because if people buy that thinking it's better than the U12t because people are saying it's comparative and they're thinking, okay, well, maybe it's better because I listen to this, and you're setting it up to lose, in my opinion. Just, it's $700 roughly. There's good stuff, $700. There's the Monarch, there's the Clairvoyance, there's the Dunu SA6, which I think is more affordable. There's the Moondrop S8. There's stuff in that range where this will shine or punch with the other ones that are well known, and that itself will bring good attention to this. If you start to say it's like the MEST Mark II, which is clearly not in its technicality, not in its sense of space, not in its sense of depth, it's not even on that level. You don't need to compare it to those types of IMs. Just compare it to stuff in its price range. Let people get it, and then people that buy and exist in that price range will start to talk about how it's good, and they'll talk about their libraries, jazz, orchestra, and how it excels, and then it'll start to grow on its own. If you hype it too much, you'll handicap it. Take it from a person that does that. It can backfire. Dude sent me the mail? No. U12t is a no. It's not on the same level. And it's not on the same level as the Clairvoyance for this listener, but that's really related to I want a dynamic driver bass, though the Moondrop S8 gets me pretty close to that. So that's the first initial impressions of the Softears RSV5. Full review with comparisons with maybe 4 other IMs and price range will be coming up, and I will get very, very specific about very specific moments in the replay that I find to be appealing or not. And that's it. I'm out.
Selling cocaine, the ripping shows live on stage with hoes yelling my name. To be precise, ripping mics is the light of my life. You frontin' like you try for never pulled the heist. Ice in my ice is sky high. I'm a fly guy, that's every thug's dream. I really love dream, it's in my bloodstream.